What's going on, guys? It is myself, Drew, and Zach. Terry reacts back at you again. Today, we are looking at Final Fight, Part 1 and Part 2, Freddy versus Jason, from, I'm guessing, the movie Freddy versus Jason, correct, Drew?
Yes, sir. Best fight scene probably to go down in the early 2000s.
So, to cut it short, let's go ahead and get these two clips rolling.
Three, two, one. Start.
Die, little bitch.
Let's go. We can't help her anymore.
No, I'm staying.
Are you crazy? You got what you wanted. You pulled Freddy out. Now he's fighting Jason. Come on. What more do you want?
He killed my mother, Will. It was Freddy. My dad covered it up to protect me. He didn't do it. Look, he has taken everything from us. He has ruined both of our pasts. And I am not leaving until I see him die.
Man, the torpedoes!
Man, this is like Wolverine and Deadpool before Wolverine and Deadpool.
Man, the torpedoes.
That would actually happen to you, by the way, if that were to hit you.
If they don't kill you first.
Yeah.
Hey, asshole! Up here!
Oh, give me a break.
Alright, switch over.
Okay. So, backstory behind that is those two. Freddy is a dream demon, so he lives in a dream world. he doesn't live in the real world like Jason lives in the real world as he's portrayed. So in this movie, the reason he was so surprised in the beginning was because that woman that was laying on the ground pulled Freddy out of the dream world into Jason's world. And so that's when the fight began, because they absolutely hate each other.
And I also got to say though, like out of all the Freddy and Jason movies, this is probably my favorite one.
Same here.
Mhm.
But we got the second one pulled up.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Start it.
All right, get the tanks.
Get it out!
Freddy! Go to hell!
What are we thinking?
Zach?
I think, like I said, I think it's one of the better like fight scenes because we get to see like two like horror icons go at each other, in a real life scenario kind of thing. Definitely really cool.
I will say I have not to this day heard any horror movie fight scene have a metal soundtrack like they did early in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
So they knew that two heavyweights were going at each other. So to set the venue, little stereotypical heavy metal, generated. Really cool. I like it.
Yeah,
And I also like how at the end when Jason rose up out of the lake, he was holding Freddy's head, and Freddy was still alive.
You know, a lot of people hinted at that though being when he winked that there was going to be a part two, but they've never done a part two.
There was supposed to be a part two, but the whole entire backstory of the Freddy versus Jason took what 13 years or something like that. Because they hinted at it at it was one of the last Fridays. Jason goes to hell, and at the very end, Freddy, I mean, his claws grabbed Jason's mask and dragged it to hell. So after that, there was speculation there'd be a Freddy versus Jason movie. It went through development hell, numerous directors, writers. They finally released it, and then the whole dispute over the Friday franchise for so many years.
See, my thing behind it is I would love to see it. I always will be, but I also think nothing will ever beat the first one, and I think making the second one will ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
Because like they had their big battle scene. Obviously, Freddy's in many pieces. Jason's beat up. Like, I think that should just be the end of the battle, which it has been right there.
Mm. And for many viewers who haven't seen this movie, Freddy vs. Jason, there was a very brief fight in the dream world that was very one-sided. Again, you're going to have to watch the movie if you know what I'm talking about, but it's very cool.
But yeah.
It also, it makes me want to see more icon killers going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole thing with, like, Michael versus Jason, I think that would be really interesting.
But see, it wouldn't work though because they're in two different worlds.
It
What
wouldn't
would work,
yes.
what would work is a Halloween movie, and on Halloween night, have a cameo from Scream, and them two get into it.
Yeah,
That would be more believable.
But the thing is that Michael is pretty much immortal, and Ghostface is just your average Joe. Like, it's like if one of us put on a mask and we went on a little slashing spree.
Right, but that's why I said a cameo. Like you have some little smart ass kid think he's gonna take on Michael Myers and go to stab him or something, and then Michael Myers just unleashes the beast on him.
See, that would be cool. I really would, like to see like a little brief, somewhat like that. But literally the only three that can stand toe to toe with each other, the three immortals, Michael, Jason, and Freddy. I would like to see Leatherface get in the mix, but as much as I like Leatherface, like he's again like one of average Joe.
Yep,
He'd be off immediately.
Well, I guess you could say that would be going for Screaming Leatherface.
Yeah, but that's two worlds that would never collide because that's just two worlds apart. But the main thing is like the people got to remember. Like I remember people bitching about that movie, saying like how unrealistic and stuff. Like both of those characters took damage that nobody could take.
Mm-hmm.
That shows you right there. It isn't like a Halloween movie where he's like shot maybe one time. No, they should have been dead from the get-go if they was not immortal.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's just pretty much two demons going against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. So what's the so at the end of that movie where you see Jason coming out of the water? What's that supposed to represent? Is it supposed to represent he's back in his quote unquote world or something like that?
See, correct me if I'm wrong, Drew, but whenever Jason's heavily damaged, he goes back in that lake. He heals, right?
Yep.
That
was to show. That whole scene was to show power. That he got his ass whooped the whole movie, in which you go watch the movie. Jason did get his ass whooped, but he did land some good hits here and there. But at the end of the day, they brought Freddy to where Jason thrives. So Freddy beat him up and did all this stuff to him, but it doesn't matter. All he has to do is go back down to the bottom of the lake. He repowers,
he comes back out.
Hmm.
Now, like Jason was talking about when he went to the dream world, that's Freddy's domain. If Jason wouldn't have been pulled out of that, he'd have died there and it'd been over. So,
Like I said, 10 out of 10. Heavily recommend watching the movie.
oh yeah.
Whole movie is fantastic.
All right.
On that note, anybody last comments, concerns, any of that?
No.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed this little icon versus icon battle reaction video that we put together. Be on the lookout for more videos similar to this one. Please be sure to check out our first 2 videos and turn on your notification bell for every single time we make an upload. Please be sure to follow us all on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, WraithLFG. Subscribe to Zach's, Zach Reacts 711. Also be sure to follow our TikToks as we go live occasionally, gaming, playing some horror games. But yeah, hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like on the video, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.